Phoenix police say they've dismantled an international drug trafficking network in an investigation dubbed Operation Night Owl.
This was a joint effort with multiple law enforcement agencies from other states. Fox 10's Lindsay Regis has been looking into this. She joins us live from police headquarters tonight with the details.
John and Christina, this was a year-long investigation. Law enforcement seized over 2 million fentanyl pills and other drugs, which led to 17 indictments. An international drug trafficking network responsible for the flow of fentanyl into the U.S. stopped by Phoenix police and federal law enforcement.
This took a number of months to be able to collectively be able to identify this drug trafficking organization, identify the couriers, their stash houses, how they're moving money and drugs back and forth across the border.
Steve Martos is the commander with the Phoenix Police Department Drug Enforcement Bureau.
The biggest priority for us is safety, meaning life. The old saying, one pill can kill. And so when you're talking about 2 million pills of fentanyl, several hundred pounds or kilos of fentanyl powder and methamphetamine, that's a lot of drugs that were seized in this particular investigation.
17 alleged drug trafficking organization members were indicted. 9 have been taken into custody. 15 firearms and 12 vehicles were also seized.
This particular investigation really focused on the Phoenix general area. And so, yeah, we're talking about stash houses that are in any neighborhood, in any part of our town in the city of Phoenix.
Martos says individuals purchase or rent homes in Phoenix and use them to stash their drugs because Phoenix is one of the hubs for crossing drugs into the U.S.
Number of fentanyl seizures that occur in the United States and in Arizona, more than 50% of it occurs here in the state of Arizona, which tells you about the fight that we have here in our community.
We are working to get our hands on the 17 indictments. We're also trying to learn the names of the 9 people taken into custody. Reporting live, Lindsay Regis, Fox 10 News.
Lindsay, thanks. Ballots are still being counted in Arizona's U.S. Senate race. The race is still too close to call. Democrat Ruben Gallego has led all the way. Republican Kari Lake is now, though, only trailing by about 2 percentage points. That lead on election night had been 8%, 7%, 6%. It was coming down. Now the vote total is 57,564 votes that Gallego's ahead of Lake. The winner will not change the outcome in the Senate because Republicans have already won back the Senate. They will have the majority of seats. They'll be back in power there after 4 years.
President Joe Biden gave his first speech since the results of the 2024 election. After losing to Biden in 2020, former President Trump comes back to beat Biden's Vice President Kamala Harris now 4 years later. And speaking from the White House Rose Garden, Mr. Biden told supporters defeat does not mean we're defeated.
We lost this battle. The America of your dreams is calling for you to get back up. That's the story of America for over 240 years and counting. It's a story for all of us, not just some of us. The American experiment endures. We're going to be okay, but we need to stay engaged.
The president said he spoke with Donald Trump and assured him that he would direct his administration to ensure a peaceful and orderly transition.
Winter has arrived in the high country. Take a look at this. Snow falling overnight in Flagstaff, some snow showers throughout the day. They're getting it right now. This is fantastic. On average, the city picks up about 100 inches of snow every season, although you have years like last year where it was a bonanza. That makes Flagstaff the 8th snowiest city in the U.S.
Wow.
I had no idea.
Oh my gosh. Well, great news for ski lovers. Arizona Snow Bowl is opening tomorrow, 2 weeks ahead of schedule.
It's thanks to a lot of hard work and some extra help from Mother Nature. Fox 10's Brian Webb has more from northern Arizona.
Oh gosh, look at this. It is a winter wonderland up here. Man-made snow mixed in with Mother Nature's snow. And believe me when I tell you, it's plenty of cold that it will stick to the ground. Add it all up, and what does that mean? 2 extra weeks of fun on the slopes. All hands on deck. Snow Bowl is open early this season, but there's still shovels full of stuff to do.
Over the
last 24 hours, we've gotten over a foot of snow up here at Snowbowl, and it's still coming down up here, and so it's super exciting. We've got a really solid base out there going on with our snowmaking operations, and then these recent snowstorms have really helped us to just kind of put the cherry on top.
The snow is still falling via Mother Nature and machine. Crews are kicking the tires on the old gondola, and the professionals are testing the fresh powder for any pitfalls, from the black runs down to the bunny slopes.
Great job opportunity, first of all. Gives you a chance to go up on the mountain, have fun with your friends, and also make a few extra bucks on the side.
Down the mountain in Flagstaff, this could mean an early avalanche of customers. Aspen Sport plans its entire year around ski season.
Early snow is pretty important for us. And if this starts snowing late, people in Phoenix start making decisions to go other places. They might start going up to Summit County or down to Mexico, and they just kind of skip over us.
Snowbowl, the hidden gem of Arizona, polished up with a foot of new snow and ready for some gnarly runs. Slopes open at 9 a.m. tomorrow and right on through the weekend, only at the Arizona Gondola at the top of the mountain. As they say, it's always a good idea to check the Arizona Snowbowl website ahead of time for skiing and driving conditions. In northern Arizona, Brian Webb, Fox 10 News.
So the snow up north, as we just saw, it was falling this afternoon.
Yeah, meteorologist Erica Horvatine is here with what it looks like moving forward.
Well, guys, that snow is going to come to an end here in Flagstaff now, but it's not done across the entire state. There are still some spotty snow showers, but over the past 24 hours, we did pick up a good amount of snow around the Flagstaff area. Here's a look at those snowfall totals. And Snowball reporting via their social media that they picked up 12 inches on the mountain within the last 24 hours. So it's going to be some nice powder if you're heading out to the ski area tomorrow. To the northwest of Snowball, 3.6 inches in the lower terrain, 2.3 closer to downtown Flagstaff, and then 2.3 inches over in the Dewey Lake area. And as for our eastern side of the state, we picked up 1.5 inches in Show Low and 1.7 in Pinetop Lakeside. So super exciting. There has been a snow shower that's been passing from north to south through that part of the state. But as you can see, we're dry now in Flagstaff. Further east toward Winslow and Holbrook, there are a couple of light, maybe flurries or sprinkles in the vicinity, but nothing that's going to be adding up. The heavier snow has just passed through Heber. So expect some wet, maybe even icy roadways throughout that area and along 60. That has stayed west of Show Low, and it is well to the east of the Payson area. That's going to keep pushing southward, but as you can see, a lot of that is dissipating as it moves south of the rim. So all of those very isolated showers are really coming to an end around Globe and around the Safford area, and will continue to dry things out as we go through tonight and tomorrow. The storm system that you can see near the state line is going to keep moving east, so pretty much it's going to bring all of that moisture with it, and that means drier air is going to start moving into Arizona. So we're going to be tracking drier weather as we head into the weekend, and even a warm up